50 years old this year. And I definitely did not see myself doing that anymore at 50. But I accomplished my goals in the industry. I set my life into a place I wanted to be. And in 2013, when I had my opportunity to sign my first contract with SiriusXM doing fantasy sports radio, I saw a new future for myself. I knew that this was a stepping stone, and I knew that I enjoyed my life in the adult industry, and there were so many pros, but there were also so many cons. The constant concern with my health was something that was a burden that I didn't really realize what a burden it was until I left the industry and no longer felt that concern. I remember celebrating my first year, I didn't have to take antibiotics. Like, it is a crazy, risky situation. It's also there could be a burnout factor. It's hard on your body. And I just knew that, I had such a good run. I now love that I get to live on the fringe and do activities like Exotica in New Jersey in October, Exotica in DC in December. I'm going to Switzerland to go to Estacia. So I love that I still get to be Lisa Ann because I will always be Lisa Ann. But everyone knew that a career like that you can't do forever. And it was time, and it was time for change. And I'm so fortunate that I got the opportunity to work for SiriusXM because it made me a better communicator, made me a better broadcaster, and it opened up the door for me to be a better podcaster as well. So it was time. So Craig, I'm sure you're really upset because you think you've seen every single scene and there's no more coming out. You don't know what to do, but you could just find a new hobby. Like, yeah, if you've seen it all, you've seen too much. Now we've got one from Jean who says, "Hi, Lisa. I'm a French man, and I would like to tell you that my dream is to meet you. I saw a lot of scenes with you, and I love all your body, your eyes, your mouth, all of you. I hope some days I can see you and take a picture with you." These are the emails that I get by the thousands. And I don't think anybody individually realizes what amount of pressure it is when some one person tells another one person that it is their dream. A dream is so extreme. Like, isn't it a dream to be a billionaire? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it a dream to maybe travel around the world for a year? Isn't it a dream to maybe one day have a dog or a garden? Like, isn't it a dream to have your dream rely around you and not around the dependence of another person? It's bizarre. And every time I read it, it's a heavy thing. So it's like, it's so much pressure because you don't know how far somebody is willing to go for their dream. I worked my fucking ass off for my dream to be financially secure. How hard is this person willing to go in for their dream? It's next level creepy, but I thought I'd share it with you because I really don't want to be someone's dream. I want people to have much bigger dreams than just having it revolve around me. Next one. And this one from Aaron, which I can read between the lines. So I'm going to read you this one. "Hi, Lisa. I'm a huge fan of yours. I love you. My question is, would you ever consider dating a guy who is not in the limelight?" So I find this funny for many reasons. One, the reading between the lines is because Aaron wants to know sub email if he has a chance because he considers himself not in the limelight. But who is in the limelight that I date, which is even funnier? There's an assumption, which maybe could be kind of correct, that like people stay with like people, right? Like minds, or like environments. So like maybe it's an assumption, but I very seldom talk about my personal life. And as a matter of fact, nobody will ever know who I'm seriously. Most people never knew about my husband until I wrote about it in my book. My private life is very private. But the question that Aaron asks is really because Aaron wants to know if he has an opportunity. So I'm just going to say, Aaron, you do not, it has nothing to do with you not being in the limelight or being in the limelight. I'm just going to put it that way where, I'm just, again, not interested in dating people who email me about dating people. Simple. We got two more right here. Petra writes, and this is a great one. Thank you, Petra, for saving me with a good question once in a while. I appreciate you. Your questions are always great. "Hi, Lisa. Let's go back to your travel experience. After many years of traveling and passport fulfilled with stamps, do you have a favorite airport? My favorite airport is Schiphol, which is Amsterdam's airport. Have a great day. Enjoy the NFL season and your next trips. Greetings to everyone, Petra." Ooh, this is a great question because I've been to so many great airports. So Sydney, Australia, there's you're lucky if you go to an airport that's not under construction, but you're luckier when you get to go to the airport when the construction was just finished, because I went to Sydney right after the new airport was, unveiled, and it was epic. And I was like, when I go to an international airport on a big trip, I like to go way early. I'll go to a nice restaurant, I'll eat, I'll walk around. I always buy a little small piece of jewelry, nothing crazy expensive, just a trinket that I remember that trip from. I usually buy it at the airport because the shopping is so good at the airport. I know that sounds crazy. But then during the pandemic, when I went to Istanbul, Turkey, that airport was brand new, just remodeled. And because it was the pandemic, it was so empty that I got like a really good feel of it. Like I was upstairs in the lounge for Turkish Airways, and you could see down to the shopping area, and everything was open, but there was like maybe a time where I'd look and see two people, and there's maybe like 4 or 5 other people at the lounge. So it was beautiful. The food was amazing. I loved that airport. But the airport to me has always been the window to the world. So even when I go back to LA, I went back for a quick trip last week, and it's so under construction. It's such chaos, but I have this like fondness for LA because I landed there for so many years and it meant that I was home. So when I go there and I see the airport, it's even the smell of it. I'm like, there's something about this airport. When you walk outside, the temperature of the air, it's like there's something really comforting about it. And then when I come back to JFK, my favorite artist has all of this beautiful art all over the American Airlines terminal, Fazino, and that was unveiled like right before I got my first apartment here in 2013. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a sign. It's so meant to be that I'm meant to live in New York. This excites me. And believe it or not, every time I walk by that art, I flash back to those moments and I enjoy it. It passes the time when you're walking, when you're going down the last escalator at JFK on American. There's this huge Fazino piece of all of New York City. And each time I land and I'm going down that escalator, I try to focus on a different corner because it has all the restaurants and all the different landmarks, and it is so amazing. And I stare at that as I'm going down. It always just makes me feel so good and warm. So I just love airports, but Amsterdam's, I don't remember as much as I should. I went there, I think it was like 2009 for Restaurant Week, which was pretty epic. But I don't remember their airport so much. But thank you, Petra, for the great question. We've got one more right here. It is from our friend Jeff in St. Louis. And Jeff says, you know, Lisa, the show is now streamed on YouTube. It would be nice if the audience could see you as well. Is this a possibility? Regardless, it's going to be nice to have you back on air in the STL. He is talking about the morning after show that I announced I will be doing at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm hoping to hop on the camera with them for sure, because it would be so much more fun because I get to see them too. So I will keep you all in the know. This week is going to be focus of me connecting with each producer. I've got the flyers made, the artwork is done. I've been quietly working on this for about 6 weeks now, speaking to all the different station managers, getting my time slots. Now it's time for me to connect with the producers, confirm how we're going to be connecting for each show, what time they'd like me to patch in, all of those different things. So I will spend this week setting all of that up so I'm ready. And I'll let you know, Jeff. I'll let everyone know because it's 2-part questions in St. Louis, which is a ton of fun. Don't forget to check out Blue Chew. It is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. Go to bluechew.com and sign up using Lisa. Give Bree Mills a follow at the Bree Mills on IG. And I thank you all for being here. I look forward to seeing you on Friday for the live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can follow all things me at The Real Lisa Ann. Check out my first or second book. The Life is my first book. The Life Back is my second. Both available for you on my store, shoplisaan.com. When you buy it from me, it does come autographed, but you can also get it from Amazon. Amazon has The Life in hardcover, Kindle version, and audio. Amazon also has The Life Back, my newest book, in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle. I have yet to record the audio, but I am sure that I will soon. I was kind of saving it for a winter activity when I wouldn't want to be outside all the time. The flavor of the day today, orange creamsicle. I am right here with you. Check out Fit Soda. You will be glad that you did, just like I am glad that you are right here listening. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Lisa Ann Experience.